Towards Akademiks and check it out because, oh man, a desperate fucking cry for acceptance. Now, Quentin Miller made a song and it's called Going Back, okay? Going Back to the Six, okay? Now, let me just break down this one thing that I see a lot of people having a hard time to really to grasp. First of all, I've been said this before. I think a lot of people with a brain just probably know, right? If Quentin Miller, right, created 4 tracks for Drake, right, and when he created the tracks, most of the stuff he was rapping about, he actually did it like it was his songs. He recorded them in Atlanta, right? It is probably most likely that when he first uttered the words, running through the 6 with my woes, he was probably talking about East Atlanta and not Toronto. Now, Drake heard the song and probably said, oh, shit, I'm about to use this shit. You know what I mean? And then he probably said, oh, I don't even have to change it because somebody else, some Jimmy guy already was calling Toronto the 6, right? So it kind of worked out for him. But initially, when QM said running through the 6, and we all could admit that QM was a writer, QM means Quentin Miller. So when he says running through the 6, he was probably talking about Atlanta.
Check on my own, I rented the check on my own. Atlanta, my homes on 6666, yeah, that's where I was born. I rented the check on my own. Atlanta, my homes on 6666, yeah, that's where I was born.
Okay, now in the song that he put out today, if you don't know or you haven't heard about it, link in the description, please go listen. He's talking about going back to Toronto. Now, I've told you, Quentin Miller is in a weird position. He's not cool with Meek. They just beat him up. He ain't cool with Drake. Drake told him, be safe. Okay, be safe in these streets, right? So, basically, he's in a very precarious position. Okay, now he says he's going back to Toronto, which I personally think he's trolling the entire situation. He's trolling Drake and them, and he's trolling Meek and them with every fucking move that he does. You could tell by how he strategically releases certain songs when he gets like any type of press to do with Drake or Meek. Right? And most of these songs have indirect lines that kind of make reference to what's going on. Now, he even mentions East Atlanta when he's saying in the song, going back to the 6. So he's kind of giving us hint. I mean, listen, if you're a Drake stan and you're in denial, you're always going to be in denial, so you're not going to take the hints, but he's giving clear hints. Now, all I can say is this, man. All right, yo, this is a frustrated writer, and I'll stop calling him a ghostwriter. I'll call him a writer, okay? Because everyone keeps, oh, he's been credited. He's a frustrated fucking writer. He sounds like a fucking goat that's drowning. His voice and his delivery is fucked up, but he actually got a nice little flow in the rhymes he's writing. It sounds like it would be dope. Everything I hear out of his mouth, I'm like, damn, if Drake recorded this, would this be a hit? You know what I mean? He said, I'm going back to the 6, back like when Biggie in 96 or something like that. This shit's hot. Okay? So I think the lyrics he's penning is hot. It would be hot if Drake said it. It's just not hot when he says it. So essentially for me, man, it's like, hey, you gotta admit what it is. Yo, QM was a writer for Drake. He wrote a couple of songs. He influenced Drake somewhat, or Drake probably influenced him and he influenced Drake back. It works like that, right? But what we can say is that right now, Quentin Miller, he's going to continually jab the situation that he was involved with because that's the only thing that gets him the press. That's the only thing that gets him talked about by me. That's the only thing that gets him posted on all the blogs, right? Because nobody really cares about Quentin Miller unless it has to do with Drake or Meek. So he's using the situation to try to sell his career. I still think his voice is the biggest problem, his delivery, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know how he fixes that. I mean, install a new fucking vocal cord, or I don't know. But he's going to continue to drop hints, and you guys got to be the judge if you actually believe him. He is boring to listen to, but when you listen to it, you're like, damn, this is kind of low-key heat. Get in the comments, you guys like, definitely subscribe to Akademiks, man. By the way, he got another song as well called Potential. He's also dissing Drake and Meek and that shit. He's dissing everybody. He's dissing people constantly. And if you want him to say their names, he's not. He's going to do it in an indirect way. I believe he said on Potential, listen, after Drake said on Summer 16, you was never gang, you was never one of us. He said on Potential, he said, I was never gang, I was 13, 17. Okay? So, you guys could say it's coincidence, but keep being in denial. I'm just reporting what I'm hearing. Now, again, Views from the 6 is coming soon, so if you're a Drake stan and you can't stand the pressure of people criticizing Drake, Drake's album's going to be out soon. It's probably going to be amazing. Everyone's going to be like, Drake, and then you could feel better about yourself, okay? I'm just giving you the facts. Get in the comments. Make sure you guys like, definitely subscribe. It's your boy, Akademiks, man. I'm out.